Hello everybody, my name is Sirhcus and welcome back to another episode of the Sirhcus, my single player Let's Play series. I am on the, what did we call this? The Keyhole Spire. I was up at the lighthouse, the Ytterby lighthouse, checking out our new path. I finished our path all the way to the lighthouse. So we have one that goes through there. So most of the paths are done. I don't know if I really want to add too many, or I need to add too many more up here on the mountain. At least not right now, because I don't really have any plans. I do have some more quarries that I want to put in. That's what these dark oak blocks are. That's just marking out a quarry. There's another one over on that mountain, which if I do those, I might, have to extend the path a little bit to connect to there, but that's pretty easy. But yeah, it's looking pretty nice. Once it snows, it will look a little bit nicer, because then all of these, like these little stone spots will get filled in. Those are just spots that I accidentally dug up or something. At least I'm pretty sure most of those should just be areas that accidentally got dug up while I was making the path. So these all should fill with snow. Although, I don't remember really taking out any of this snow, so I don't know. Maybe some of these spots just don't get snow, because that is possible. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it'll look pretty nice just having only the path being clear of snow. And I could always just go in and add snow everywhere else, make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, so we got that path done. Last episode we worked on this baby. This little path here with this waterfall feature, and you guys seem to like it, so I'm very glad indeed. And yeah, I like it. It's coming together. We're gonna take a little break though today from Ytterby, and we're gonna start a new project across this lake over at the village over there. So the project I want to do today with this village is we're going to make it better. We're going to make it better looking. We're going to make it look prettier, and we're also going to make it more useful. So I've traded out pretty much all of the paper trades that I've found so far. We've found quite a few villages, and all the librarians and cartographers that sell paper, I basically bought all their paper, and the only way to unlock their trades is to buy stuff from them. But for the most part, that's not very good. You're not going to get your emeralds back buying stuff from these guys. I could make books as well and sell them books, but again, after I sell them a certain number of books, they're going to get locked out again, and they're not going to have paper trades. So yeah, we need the paper trade. So I want to make this village breed lots more villagers, and we'll go around and just murder villagers that we're done with. It's not going to be anything too fancy. We're still going to make it pretty much a normal village, but I'm going to hide a bunch of doors underground, and also I want to make this place look better and make it safer. So let's see, actually, while we're talking a little bit, I need to plant a lot of trees, a lot of oak trees. I guess I could just take down some of these oak trees around here. But we're going to use lots of oak wood, I think. I want to keep a very vanilla feel. And if you follow me on Twitter, you may have already seen a picture of some ideas that I had. My original idea, or my original plan, was to just go through and make these places look better. I don't have any stairs, but maybe change out some blocks, make this roof not flat there, actually have the roof extend out a little bit, and just sort of tweak them a little bit to make them better. But that's not good enough. We need to do better. And so I've actually come up with some designs to replace some buildings. So far I've done a church, and I've done a blacksmith. The blacksmith, you'll see that one. It looks amazing. I love it. And it still has a very similar feel to the blacksmith that we have here. And I also did a little bit of a library, which I guess this is kind of the closest that the vanilla villages have to a library. This one with the bookshelves. I mean, we have librarians, so we should have an actual library or some sort of bookstore. And so I have a design for that, and then some of these houses, like the one with the yard in the back, that one it's gonna be pretty similar. I'm just gonna kind of change up the roof a little bit probably, and then these little huts. I'm not entirely sure what to do with these, how to make them better. One thing I did with the new designs is I made the buildings about 50% bigger. Because I know that they were trying to go for small buildings and small houses. And these aren't terrible, but they are very, very tiny. Like those are the smallest houses there should be. And the blacksmith and the church are just extremely tiny. And these houses are just worthless. A little 3x3 and a little 2x2 or I guess it's a 2x3 with a dirt floor. Like I understand that this is supposed to be a little hut, like a very cheap house or something where the poorest live, but it's just tiny and ridiculous, and we're gonna do something a little bit better. And we're also going to make a wall around the village, and we're gonna light up everything inside so we don't get any zombie spawns. That way we can actually stick around. Although it's still not super safe to stick around at night. We could have the zombie hordes or whatever, where zombies will spawn inside a village no matter what the light level is. That would be very bad. Are these? I did this a little wrong, but that's fine. I didn't make them 3 apart. So yeah, that's the idea. I'm going to plant some more oak trees, and I'm going to harvest some oak wood and put some of this stuff away. I will be tearing out these buildings once I get the wall down. I don't want to do it until then because the villagers might wander off and do whatever. I want to make sure that these guys are trapped and safe, and then I can tear down everything. Oh, and we're also... I think what we're going to do, maybe over there is a pretty good spot. I want to have a gigantic sugarcane field, very, very large, that will give us way more sugarcane than we would ever need. So I think like back in here would be a nice area. Make a marsh basically with sugarcane just growing everywhere. That way we can get tons of that. Maybe put a pumpkin farm as well. Anything that will make trading with these villagers easier is what I want to do here. Well, it took longer than anticipated, but I got a lot of prep work done here. Did a bunch of terraforming. There was a big hill here that I got rid of, pushed it back, as well as over there. Decided to put it all down at one level because the houses I'm going to put here are, these, I mean, they're going to be very similar to the village houses, the vanilla houses, and they're all kind of this prefab, this set shape, and it's just gonna work a lot easier for it all to be at one level, as well as the lighting. It's gonna make it a little bit easier. I'm just gonna do like a grid of jack-o'-lanterns in the ground, nothing too fancy. It's gonna be focusing on just making sure that nothing spawns here, and I got the wall marked out. So the design for the wall is going to be pretty simple. I can just do a little section here. We're just going to have, let's see, we're going to have, no, I don't want the stairs in the sides. So we're going to have a block and stair and block, and it's just going to alternate that, like so. And then we're going to bring this up to 3 high, and we're going to put a fence, and then we're going to put a slab on top, and I think, yeah, we'll go with the spruce slab. And then I'm either going to put a slab on top of these or a trap door, just something to stop spawning. This wall is very specifically designed. It's designed so that mobs cannot glitch through them. I've used this kind of design before, actually on the Night Owl season 2 server. I made a tiny little village And this is kind of what I did for the wall around the outside. Did a little bit different, but it was basically the same thing. And the reason for it is I want the fences so I can look through the wall, just because I think that makes for a better wall. It makes it more interesting, and it doesn't close off the whole village. But mobs should not be able to glitch through this, because what can happen if you just put fences in the wall? It is possible if chunks like load and unload, if a mob is up here, it could end up that they are on the other side when the chunk like unloads and then loads again. Had lots of problems with that, mostly on multiplayer. I guess I haven't really done a whole lot on single player, so I don't know if it is a huge issue, but I know I've had a lot of issues with that in the past with mostly farm animals getting out, and so yeah, this is the design. So now we only have one tall fence. You know, like baby zombies, they could potentially push up against this, but most likely they're not going to, because like there's really no place for them to stand there. So that should work. Now that I look at it, I wonder maybe we should make the make on top of here. Do slabs. I think it'd be cheaper as well than doing trapdoors. Trapdoors are kind of expensive. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I think it needs that little extra height. It looks a little weird with the trapdoor. So we'll put that there, and we'll get over here. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this wall all the way around, and then I can light this baby, and then I guess we'll clear everything out and take out all of the buildings so we can start fresh. Also get some good materials out of them because I'm going to be using a lot of the same stuff. Well, we got a pretty nice big space here cleared out. Went around, got the wall done, put some gates in, put lighting down in the ground so everything is nice and safe. And when I do these grids of lighting, what I do is I go to any block that ends in 5 and 5 for the X and Z coordinates. So here we're at 5 minus 925. And over here it's 5 minus 935. So if they end in 5 for both of them, or if they end in 0 for both of them, then I put a jack-o'-lantern down, and that gives you nice coverage. And then I went around the outside as well, since the wall kind of blocks the grid. Just went around the outside, and wherever the light was too low, placed a pumpkin along the wall to kind of get rid of all those dark spots. So now we just need to, I need to clear out the rest of these houses so we can start from scratch. And then I need to do the hard part of planning it all out, figuring out where I want all the houses. Which is going to be a little bit tricky since I don't have all the buildings. I don't have all the buildings designed yet, or like the village building upgrades done yet. So I only have a few of them, and I don't know how big they're gonna be. So I don't know like how much room I need for each building exactly. But we could at least get started today. Hopefully build some of the houses or the buildings that I already have planned. I've got a few of the buildings planned out, and I think the roads, they're going to be very simple, like a normal village roads. They're going to go straight from all these gates that I have, and so I have them marked out a little bit. It'll come down here, and then we have a gate there and a gate there as well. And we have our church is going to go right here. Our blacksmith is right there. And our library is, I think, here. This one I'm not entirely sure of. I want another building in the corner here, but I'm not sure what size that building is going to be. So I don't know if I should wait to build this one, or maybe we'll just build it and I can move it later if I need to. I should have plenty of room here, though, because I'll probably put a small building here. And we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, six, like seven, we could do like a 7x7 building, and that's plenty of space if I do one of like the small shacks. Oh no, my pickaxe. Well, that was embarrassing. So, like I said before, with these building designs or redesigns, I tried to keep a very vanilla feel. I tried to. They're based on the actual vanilla village building, and so they may not be the best looking, but I guess these are kind of like my submissions. If Mojang ever wants to, redesign the villages, these are some ideas that I'd have on improving what they've already done. So it's gonna be a lot of cobblestone and oak wood. We might possibly change it after we get these buildings up. Mix in some stone brick, especially with like this church, because it is mostly cobblestone. We'll see what it looks like and see how we feel once we get like the whole village put together. This is one of the best tests for a village. Going far away and traveling towards it, you start to see it pop in the fog, and you just see like a skyline, a little silhouette of the village, and it makes you want to go to there. Like that's what you want from a village. You want something that looks interesting from far away, or any build. You want it to look interesting from far away, especially in a world like this where we're building things everywhere, and there's lots of places to explore and things to see. You want things to draw you in, to pull you in. So here is our revamped village. It's not amazing, but I would say it's better than a vanilla village. This building I really love, and I think the reason is because it uses more than just wood and cobblestone. I think we definitely need to mix in some other blocks here. But like I said, I was trying to go for like just a very, very strict vanilla feel at the beginning. So this is what we have for the church. It's very similar to the normal church. It's got kind of the same shape. It's got the windows and everything, and it's just slightly different. Oh yeah, I was gonna raise up this back part too. It's slightly different. It's got a wood roof on the back instead of just being stone. Instead of the whole thing being stone, it's got some wood roofs. And I think it looks pretty interesting. I like it. And it's just slightly bigger. This is a decent size. Like, this is a tiny church, but it's an actual size of a church that could work. Whereas the church that they had is just tiny and ridiculous. Do I want to let's make like a stack for now. I'm just going to put normal glass panes in here. Again, might switch these out later, but for now, we're just going to go with the vanilla feel, and I'll have to do those later. But yeah, I like the way that this looks. I need to raise up this back part. I forgot to do that, put like a little altar area. But I did do some kind of designing in here to make some of these corners and edges look nice. I really like the look of that. Very nice. And then we have the blacksmith. Like I said, probably my favorite building. I think I really stayed within the feel of the normal blacksmith. The normal blacksmith, you have the lava pit over here, and then the building over on that side, and it's just so much more interesting though. This is like it still has a very vanilla feel. It still is very in keeping with the original blacksmith, but it's so much better, I would say. It's got a much better forge here that's much more interesting. And the roof is very interesting. I love it. This is what they should replace the normal one with. And then here's the library, which is pretty different from the normal library. The normal library, it's basically just a normal house with like 8-9 bookshelves in it. This one, it's going to have a lot more. I don't have enough books at the moment, or I don't have any over here at least. But I'm going to line the top with books, shelves, probably put the bookshelves on the bottom, maybe some bookshelves on the like right here. So have tons of books there. And then I just added a little tower sort of thing at the front just to make it a little bit more interesting. So the rest of the buildings, those are all just going to be normal houses. They're not going to be super different from, well, there's the ones that are basically like this. You know, it's just a normal house with a roof. I'll probably just make the roof a little bit more interesting on those. And then we have those little shacks that I have some ideas on how to improve those. But I think we'll work on that next episode. I'll have to get some materials. I suppose I can put these windows in. And I need to design those buildings and then figure out where they're going to go. So hopefully next episode we can build the rest of the buildings here, get some doors in so we can start getting some villagers breeding. And we also need to figure out farms. I don't know if I want to do, you know, it'd be nice to come up with a different design for like the vanilla farms that they have in villages. You know, something like this, but a little bit more interesting. But I might just make normal farm patches, probably around the outside. I think that would be best for like the villagers moving around. You know, usually in villages, yeah, you can't go through there, bud. You jerk. Right in the way. Usually in villages, villagers tend to stick around like just a small number of doors. They pick one door and they like that spot and they stay there. And it's going to be kind of a problem here because I'm going to hide doors underground. And so there will be a lot of spots where villagers will just gather around outside. Not the best AI. But if we put some farms around the outside and we have lots of farmer villagers, then at least we'll have those guys kind of roaming about to those farms. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you like the new village here, the new designs. Like I said, that will change. We're going to add some stone brick in there to make that more interesting. Probably to there as well. This building I like, but I still might add some stone brick just to break up some of this cobble. Yep. That's about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.